Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Matt here. Hope you're doing well. So Netflix put out a new show at the end of last week called Ransom Canyon. Now, I was actually kind of interested in the show when I first saw the trailer about a month prior to when it, debuted. Because you got Minka Kelly and Josh Duhamel. Minka Kelly and Josh Duhamel. And I don't know if you were a young lad or lady in the 2000s era, mid-2000s, you saw these actors quite a lot. Minka Kelly, mainly Minka Kelly is from Friday Night Lights, the TV show where she played Lila Garrity. She was probably unknown. Most of those actors in that show were unknowns when they were cast in the show. And like I said, going back to Minka Kelly, I haven't watched anything that Minka Kelly has done since Friday Night Lights ended in 2011. So, even next year is going to be the 20th anniversary of the pilot first season of Friday Night Lights. 20 years. Whoa. So seeing Minka Kelly in something since Friday Night Lights, that right there was a huge win for me. And the girl doesn't age. She's in her mid to almost late 40s now. Whoa. And she still looks the same. Wow. And then we got Josh Duhamel. And he was all over in the 2000s. Won a Date with Tad Hamilton. He was in that one with Katherine Heigl, Life as We Know It, where they had to raise their friend's baby. And then of course he was in the first 3 Transformers movies, directed by Michael Bay with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. And he was married to Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas. Let's get it started in here. And the bass keeps running. Yeah, I know that song by heart because I used that song in my first football film in high school. So that song was playing a lot in my house because I had to listen to it 8 million fucking times to get it right with what was going on in the scene, in the shot. A lot of running. So yeah. So now seeing them both in a show together, I'm like, oh yeah, this is touching on my, mid-2000s, late 2000s, high school years, the glory days. So now and it looked like a Western, almost like a Yellowstone type of thing. I love Yellowstone. And even some people compared it to like Virgin River, which is also on Netflix, which I really like too. I watched all the seasons of Virgin River. So I'm like, okay, Yellowstone meets Virgin River, and you got Josh Duhamel and Minka Kelly. That sounds like a win to me. I don't know about you people. Josh Duhamel. He plays more of an older man, not older, but older, compared to what I'm used to seeing from him. And, he owns his own ranch or house. And, he gets involved with people. He has this thing with Minka Kelly. They went to high school together, but he never made a move. How do you not make a move on Minka Kelly? I don't know why. And, you see him in a little bit of an older role, a more mature role than the, romantic comedy, being a hothead, a player, like he was in a lot of his earlier romantic comedy movies. So I really like to see that side of him. And then Minka Kelly, she owns, this restaurant. He's always had a crush on Josh Duhamel's character. But once again, they never really hooked up. I'd like to see Minka Kelly return in something. I was like, cool. They have some good chemistry together. A lot of it is like on and off. But hey, it works for what the show is. I didn't like the Yellowstone meets Virgin River feel. I think we got a little bit more Virgin River feel in this than Yellowstone. Maybe the second season, if we get one, will be more Yellowstone than Virgin River. But either way, to combine both of those and not work. The two relationships I actually enjoyed more than the Josh Duhamel and Minka Kelly one were between Ellie and Yancy. I think that's the name. I thought they were really great. The guy is like this bad boy, comes into town, he has a motive. I won't get into that. And he just got out of jail, and no one knows him. He's that, fish out of water, that who's that guy, that stranger. And then you got the girl who works at the bar, and she obviously immediately is attracted to him because he's the bad boy. Probably only women like bad boys, they don't like nice guys. Their relationship, a lot. And then the other relationship is the high school relationship between this girl named Lauren and Lucas. Lauren is a cheerleader, Lucas is not a football player. He's more like an artsy, little bit of a weirdo, not weirdo, but, outsider, if you will, but really good looking. So you can see where the attraction is. And I actually like their relationship too. I thought it worked. For 10 episodes, I thought the season breezed by. I really started watching this on a Friday night, and before Saturday night hit, so by Saturday evening, I finished it. Yeah, in less than 24 hours, I finished the show. And I still had stuff going on Saturday, so it's not like I was home just binging the show all day. But I couldn't believe how fast I got through that show in less than 24 hours. Which almost made me want to have, I wish they had more episodes. These 10 episodes, 8 episodes that we get now are just, sometimes they work perfectly and sometimes it's like, you need more. In some ways I do miss the days back in the day when you had like Friday Night Lights, the first season, 25 episodes, or Smallville, 23, 24 episodes, or the show 24. I wonder how many episodes they had. 24. Oh, you're good. But now when we get now only like 8 or 9 episodes a season to something like Daredevil with only 9 episodes, I'm like, can we like have more than 9 or 8 episodes in a show now in a season? I mean, yes, sometimes they go a little too far, like Friday Night Lights, that was like 25 episodes, or the OC, that was like 27 episodes, and that's why they fit so much in that first season of the OC and the second season of the OC, that by the time they got to the third and fourth season, they ran out of story, because they put all the major stories, and even some stories, all in the first 2 seasons. I went back recently and watched the first 2 seasons of the OC, and I was like, nowadays, the first season alone could have been broken up into 4 different seasons. The first season alone could have been 4 separate seasons. I was like, wow. Going to my negatives though. The whole story is predicated on Josh Duhamel's son. We find out in the first episode of the season, like in the first 5 minutes, that his son gets killed in a car accident, and we don't know. And the whole season is trying to figure out who is responsible for this. And I felt like, they didn't spend enough time on the murder investigation, or the, who killed him, who's responsible. And then they try to, near the end of the season, try to, flurry, oh yeah, we gotta get back to that whole thing about who killed Josh Duhamel's son. Yeah, we gotta uncover that. Who's responsible? And then they feel like they rushed it. So I feel like either you should have just got that done in like the first half of the season, in the first 5 episodes, or, each episode really deal with that each time. That way we had this, follow through, if you will. And like I said, I think it needed more episodes. 10 episodes. And not every episode is like an hour, some are only like 40 minutes. So, I definitely feel like this needed more than 10 episodes in the season. Let me know in the comments below, did you watch Ransom Canyon? Were you a fan? Yes, there's drama, there's soap opera moments. You do get some similarities to Virgin River in here. Especially with the romance stuff. But hey, what did you think of Ransom Canyon? Were you a fan of the show? Do you want to see a second season? Let me know in the comments below. Matt the Matt here. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment.